This message is for all the fans of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. You see, I am still to be convinced that this Belgian coach, Marc Brice, is the right person to lead this national team forward. There is a lot of weakness in Cameroon's national team. The football is unstylish, it is unentertaining, it lacks every glamour that a football team is supposed to have. Okay, Cameroon managed to pick up a victory against Namibia. Of course, it was a goal that was controversial in some certain aspects because of the style of play. And against Zimbabwe, we found it so difficult. The players found it so difficult to even put passes together. It was so embarrassing watching Cameroon play against Zimbabwe. A nation like Cameroon was unable to play a game against Zimbabwe. For crying out loud. These are not the indomitable Lions that we used to know. It's either these players don't play again with their heart, or they just play because to fulfill conditions that they have represented their nation, but they don't give in their all again for the national team. A time has come when Cameroonians realize that we can no longer rely on Vincent Aboubakar for goals. Truly, he's been the most important player in recent years, but the time has come when we should start thinking of a change. Our style of football is so bad. We need to step up. If Aboubakar succeeds to play this Nations Cup in 2025, I don't think he's going to be productive in the World Cup in 2026. I think if he goes to the World Cup, it's just because of legendary status. But his productivity level, based on what we've seen now, has really dropped. It's time when these players step up. It's time for these coaches to give opportunities for other players to represent the national team. I mean, these are the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, for crying out loud. We had to go and play a game against Zimbabwe and you're unable to score a goal. In as much as 0-0 is a score in football, but not Cameroon against Zimbabwe. This is uncalled for. It shows how poor, how downgraded the level of football in Cameroon has become. So really, this coach, if he has to take Cameroon to the next African Cup of Nations, then he needs to step up his style of play. He needs to step up his coaching tactics. There are a lot of things he needs to set in place. Cameroon doesn't have a ball carrier. However, I appreciate the performance of Carlos Baleba. This has been somebody who, since he came into the national team, has been consistent to his own level. But then, we need everybody around him to step up. Otherwise, the future of Cameroon football at the international stage is really going to be blink. If it's not yet blink, then it's going to be dark. And when Cameroon falls, they might find it very difficult to rise again. They should learn a lesson from what happened to Cote d'Ivoire. However, it's a good thing they didn't lose any of the games. But then, there is still room for improvement. So it's back to the drawing board for Coach Marc Brice and his team to ensure and to see how they can improve the performance of the national team.